Good morning. It's time to ruffle some feathers. You notice how everyone's kind of like getting divorced and other things going on, and everyone's consuming themselves with what's agreeable and fair with what's 50-50. You just forget that it was already 50-50 from the get-go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about before money even was a thing. Let's take a little journey. How did tribes move? What is legacy? What's the point of all that? What's the point of passing down from generation to generation? What's the point? Many would probably say survival of the species, yes? The human race. Right? So everybody moved in tribes, right? They moved as a community. They worked as a community. This is known all throughout. This is Ireland. This is here in the States. This is in Sweden. This is everywhere. Tribes everywhere. No matter what type you come from in your lineage. So when you start a family, it's the two of you, and then you start to have kids. And what's the role everybody plays? What's the roles? For the most part, the women handle the children for the majority of the time, while the man hunts or fishes. Usually the whole tribe helped with fishing during fishing season. Now, most of the men and some of the women would do it for the actual buffalo hunting or the larger game hunting. While the other wives, they would stay back and watch the kids, and the elders would stay back and watch the kids and help with collecting berries, getting meals ready to go. Some people were sewing, but they all moved as a community, and they all had something of themselves to contribute. Kids, the majority of the time, they played their kids. Kids have always been this way. So the men get home from the hunt, and everybody pitches in with skinning the deer. We have the kids gather and they watch. First, we learn by observance. We can all agree to that. So the kids don't have much of a job to do, but they help here and there because everybody else wants what? Inclusion, to be part of something, right? And so you see, it all was already equal. Money came along and destroyed it all. We're seeing this a lot everywhere, right? Divorces and this 50-50 bullshit about what's equal, what's not. And we're going to get into that. But I don't think this is a coincidence. I really think it's because it's end times. End times. In end times, man's heart will wax cold, for he'll be consumed by sex, silver, and gold. This is a great example, this 50-50 thing, of hearts waxing cold. Now, don't get confused when I say man's heart. I'm not just talking about just men. This goes both ways. The scenario we're going to set up right now is stay-at-home parents that don't have a job. We're the ones being told now that we're gold diggers. Or if things are not going right, it's because we're lazy. We're the lazy ones that don't do anything around the house, nothing. We're not the ones maintaining it. No, we're not the ones taking things, getting shopping lists, getting all the things so that we can make the meals. We're not doing any of that. No, we're just lazy, spoiled, good for nothing, and taking care of kids is easy and it's expected. But what's crazy is everybody's totally cool with paying a stranger to do these things that us stay-at-home parents handle. And that's considered a job. But we're just expected to do it for free? So if it's transactional, let's look at it like this. We want me to stay home. Now again, sometimes men are the stay-at-home parent and women are the bread maker. Now, we're going to talk about it kind of in my position. You let it unfold for you how it works for you, okay? Because again, it goes both ways. So it's agreed upon that I stay home and raise the kids, watch the kids, while you work and make the paycheck. Typically, men do make more than women, and men get better benefits than women. So it makes sense, right? But here's the thing. That means that I have to lose all opportunity to have a career. That means if shit hits the fan, will have to start from scratch while you get a career still intact. So since that is a sacrifice that I'm making so that I can raise our children while you're gone and hold down the fort while you're gone, since I'm sacrificing that, it's only fair that you get to sacrifice half your paycheck. And so when we're looking at transactional, it was already 50-50. Now, say you didn't share a joint account. He just gave you half of his paycheck and you had it in your own account. Now, both of you put into a different joint account. Like equal amounts of what it would be so that we can cover all the bills, all the things that the kids need, because these are shared items. The house is a shared space. Kids are shared because you created them together. We're not just like chickens and just laid a bunch of eggs. No, you fertilized us. We grew it for 9 months. Some of us really, truly could not get back into shape and how we used to be. And that makes you upset. So upset, you're willing to cheat about it. Crazy. You know, it's crazy because it's coming to find out that they've been selling our placentas for $50,000 behind our back to the black market. I grew 5 placentas. So technically, if everything's transactional, I'm worth $250,000. You know, doctors really owe us a lot of money right now because that's bullshit. And then it's cost an arm and a leg to use their facility. So if they're going to take our placenta, then we should at least be able to get that 50 grand that they would have had to get money from on the black market, and then they can resell it to the black market and get their 50 grand back. But we would get 50 grand. We'd pay we'd pay total $5,000, and the hospital and the doctor can split that how they need to. And then the rest of it, we'd be able to raise our children off that money while we get our shit together and find something that can make our family boom. I don't recall hearing about, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, about a man having any kind of organ or thing that his body can produce that can give you $50,000. And yet us women, we are worthless, lazy gold diggers. Now, I can't speak for all women because there are women who are actual gold diggers. They don't want to deal with anybody who's not rich. Just like there are bad apples in medicine, but that doesn't make all doctors bad. There's bad apples in police force. That doesn't make all policemen bad. There's bad apples everywhere. So don't get this twisted. So in today's world, putting how it used to be back then without money, before money became a thing, everybody has their role to play. It's funny, let's do this scenario. My husband's job, or soon to be ex, his job is he's a construction worker. And he has to do what is it called? He does the road grinding. He's the guy on the grinder. Okay, I don't know what that's called, I forgot. Sorry. So he is that guy. But they also have to take care of their own machines and their own trucks, their own equipment. Every person that has their own thing that they do. Okay, this is called teamwork. And then at the shop, they each have to, take care of their own things. And then they're also all expected to pitch in around the shop, right? So you get what teamwork is. You do it at work. You don't just go and only take care of your machine and only take care of your truck. And there isn't just a shop person, right, that, stocks up. It's expected of everybody to say, hey, we're missing this, we're missing that, we need this part, we need that part. Someone's there doing that, but it's everybody, right? So you know how to play as a team for your job, but that all goes out the window the second you step in the door of your own house. That is also a shared space. And those are your children too. They're not just hers. They're your responsibility too. But you're just mad about it because you wanted to hear and listen to the devil telling you that she's just in it for the money. I'm only good to her if I'm making money. But she probably told you over and over and over, communicate. I need you to communicate. I need you to fix and repair your relationship with your children. I need you to bond in other ways than just sex. She probably told you 1,000,000 times over, but did you listen? And for her to get some respect out of you and not just you using her like a little toy, she asked you to do a couple of things. And if there was ever infidelity, like in our case, I asked him to pitch in more around the house, like do his laundry. You eat off these plates, you can help unload the dishwasher every now and then, you know? Or pitch in with hanging out with the kids. Just on their level, what do they want to do? Hang out with them. Repair your bond. Repair your bond. And then I get called a gold digger. Even though I'm sitting here trying to make my own money in a few different forms. Crazy. But I do not think it's a coincidence. I really do not. Y'all need some Jesus, and it shows. Start praying. If you are not leading your family with God, this is exactly what Satan wishes for and what he hopes for and what he tries to do. This right here. Tearing a family apart. It's exactly what he wanted. But we all have our free will, you know. You can show anybody in your life how to treat you. But as the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So I hope that cleared that up. It was already equal from the beginning. Start praying, start learning how to love each other the way God wanted you to. Because he's watching. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Peace.